N400 Part 9 for US Citizenship Interview.
Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen, in writing or any other way?
No.
What does claim mean?
To say something without proof.
What does claim to be a U.S. citizen mean?
To tell someone that you are a US citizen.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
What does register mean?
To sign up.
What does vote mean?
To choose a leader.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No.
What does owe mean?
To need to pay.
What is overdue?
Past a deadline.
Do you know what owe taxes means?
To owe the government money.
What does owe any overdue taxes mean?
Didn't pay taxes on time.
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No.
What is a non-resident alien?
A person who has not passed the green card test.
What does file a tax return mean?
To send a tax form to the government.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No.
Tell me, what is the Communist Party?
A political party that supports communism, like Cuba or China.
What is a totalitarian party?
A political party in which all people have no power.
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any opposition to all organized government?
No.
Do you understand what opposition is?
Disagreement with something, somebody.
Have you ever been a member of, or involved in world communism?
No.
Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship?
No.
What is a totalitarian dictatorship?
A political system in which all people have no power.
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any of the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law?
No.
What does overthrow mean?
To remove a government by force.
Do you understand what unconstitutional means?
Methods were not allowed by the Constitution.
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any of the unlawful assaulting or killing of any officer or officers of the government of the United States or of any other organized government because of their official character?
No.
What does unlawful assaulting mean?
To attack someone violently illegal.
Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property?
No.
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any sabotage?
No.
What is sabotage?
The act of destroying something.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property?
No.
What is a weapon?
An object such as a knife, gun, or bomb.
What is explosive?
A substance that can cause an explosion.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that engaged, participated in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation?
No.
What does kidnapping mean?
To take a person away illegally by force.
What is assassination?
The killing of someone famous or important.
What is hijacking?
The use of force to take control of a vehicle.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that threatened, attempted, tried, conspired, planned with others, prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited, encouraged, others to commit any of the acts listed in item numbers 6.A or 6.B?
No.
What does threaten mean?
To tell someone that you will kill or hurt them.
What does conspired mean?
To plan secretly to do something illegal.
What does incited mean?
To encourage somebody to do something illegal.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture?
No.
Do you understand the word torture?
The act of causing great pain to someone.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in genocide?
No.
How do you define genocide?
Killing a whole race.
Have you ever participated in killing or trying to kill any person?
No.
What does kill mean?
To cause someone to die.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in intentionally and severely injuring or trying to injure any person?
No.
What does injure mean?
To hurt someone.
Have you ever participated in any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent, did not agree, or was unable to consent, could not agree, or was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else?
No.
What is sexual contact or activity?
Touching private parts of someone.
What does did not consent mean?
Did not agree to do something.
What does unable to consent mean?
Could not agree to do something.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in not letting someone practice their religion?
No.
What is religion?
The belief in and worship of a god or gods.
Have you ever participated in causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion?
No.
What is suffering?
Physical or mental pain of a person.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any military or police unit?
No.
What is a military unit?
The official army for a country.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any armed group, for example, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group?
No.
What is a paramilitary unit?
Like a military group, but not official.
What is a self-defense unit?
A group that protects a community.
What is a rebel group?
A group that fights a government.
Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained, forced to stay, for example, a prison, jail, prison camp, a camp where prisoners of war or political prisoners are kept, detention facility, or labor camp, or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No.
What does to be detained mean?
Held in custody by police.
What is prison or jail?
A place where prisoners are kept.
What is a detention facility?
A place where people are forced to stay.
Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person, or threatened to do so?
No.
If you answered yes to item number 10.a, when you were part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever use a weapon against another person?
No.
If you answered yes to item number 10.a, when you were part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever threaten another person that you would use a weapon against that person?
No.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons, which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military type training?
No.
What is weapons training?
Learning how to use a gun.
What is paramilitary training?
Learning how to fight in combat.
What is military type training?
Learning how to fight in combat.
Have you ever recruited, asked, enlisted, signed up, conscripted, required to join, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted or worked with others to do so?
No.
What does recruit mean?
To ask someone to join the armed forces.
What does enlist mean?
To sign up into the armed forces.
What does conscript mean?
To force someone to join the armed forces.
Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities or attempted or worked with others to do so? Have you ever participated in combat or providing services related to combat, such as serving as a messenger or transporting supplies?
No.
What does combat mean?
To fight in a war.
Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
What does commit mean?
To do something wrong or illegal.
What is a crime?
An action that breaks the law.
What does commit a crime mean?
To do something that breaks the law.
What is an offense?
A minor crime.
What does to be arrested mean?
To be handcuffed by the police.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, in the U.S. or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense?
No.
What does to be cited mean?
Given a ticket by police.
What does to be confined mean?
To be kept in a place.
What does to be charged mean?
To be accused formally of a crime.
If you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole?
No.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No.
Do you know what procure means?
To find a prostitute for somebody.
Please tell me what a prostitute is.
Someone who has sex for money.
Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled, trafficked any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No.
What does smuggle mean?
To take things to a country illegally.
What are controlled substances?
Legal drugs that can be bought with the prescription.
What are illegal drugs or narcotics?
Like heroin or cocaine.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No.
Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
What does obtain mean?
To gain something.
What is an immigration benefit?
Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter, or try to enter, the United States illegally?
No.
What does illegally mean?
Not allowed by the law.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No.
What does gamble or gambling mean?
To play a game for money.
Tell me what illegal gambling means.
To play a game for money that is against the law.
Have you ever failed to support your dependents, pay child support, or to pay alimony?
No.
What does pay alimony mean?
To pay money to an ex-spouse after a divorce.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
How do you define misrepresentation?
The act of giving false information.
What is public benefit?
Welfare, like food stamps, housing, or health care.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
Do you know what false is?
It means it's not true.
What is fraudulent?
Intended to deceive somebody.
What is misleading?
Giving somebody the wrong idea.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States?
No.
What does lie mean?
To say something that is not true.
Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No.
Do you understand what rescission is?
To take back a decision.
What is deportation proceeding?
Legal process for removing or deporting a person.
Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States?
No.
What does to be deported mean?
To be forced to leave the U.S.
Are you a person born as a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays?
No.
If you answered yes to item number 22A, did you register for the Selective Service?
Yes or no.
If you answered yes to item number 22B, provide information about your registration. Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
What does avoid being drafted mean?
To prevent being selected as a soldier.
Do you know what U.S. Armed Forces are?
U.S. military, Navy, Air Force, Space Force.
Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from military service in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Are you currently a member of the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
If you answered yes to item number 26.A, are you scheduled to deploy outside the United States, including to a vessel, within the next 3 months?
Yes or no.
If you answered yes to item number 26.A, are you currently stationed outside the United States?
Yes or no.
If you answered no to item number 26.A, are you a former U.S. military service member who is currently residing outside of the U.S.?
Yes or no.
Have you ever been court-martialed or have you received a discharge characterized as other than honorable, bad conduct, or dishonorable while in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Have you ever been discharged from training or service in the U.S. Armed Forces because you were an alien?
No.
Have you ever deserted from the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No.
What is a hereditary title?
A royal title, such as a prince or princess.
Do you know what an order of nobility is?
A position given by a king or queen.
If you answered yes to item number 30A, are you willing to give up any inherited titles or orders of nobility that you have in a foreign country at your naturalization ceremony?
Yes.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes.
What is the Constitution?
It's the supreme law of the land.
What is the form of government of the United States?
Republic.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Do you know what allegiance is?
To be loyal to something.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
What is the oath of allegiance to the United States?
A promise to be loyal to the United States.
What is developmental disability?
A physical, cognitive, or emotional impairment.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
What does bear arms mean?
To own or use a gun to fight.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
What are non-combatant services?
Services that do not involve combat or hiding.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
What is work of national importance?
Tasks that are important to a nation during crisis.
What is a civilian direction?
A direction from a person who is not in the military.
Please give me a sample for work of national importance under civilian direction.
Helping the Red Cross after an earthquake, flood. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more.